Okay, here is option number 2. Here's option number 1 for the Paper Dream Printable Mini Album Template Album B Portrait. So this was the first one, and I'll put a link to this one in the description box below. That's the first option. This is also the pattern paper, not using the secondary templates or the traceable templates. This is just the pattern paper one, which I like the way this edge turned out. I don't know what to call it yet. I guess I could call it a raw edge method. So this is the second option, and again we're doing the main base B, which is the 4x6 size, and we're doing portrait. So the cover templates and all of that are on page 41, and you need page 41 as the cover template. You just lay the main base thing down on your chipboard, trace it out, cut it out. You'll need page 43 spine, which is this piece right here, and it's the 1/2 inch for 4 pages. And then you need the binding page, which is page 46, and I've already cut that out and have it ready to go. So let me move this out of the way, and I'll be right back. Okay, for this one, the reason I chose the black chipboard is because, let me grab the pages here real fast. This one is got the base pages that are black, and then it's just got the top traceable template or the 4x6 journaling cards. So I thought I would just start with black chipboard, and I'm not going to end up covering the whole thing. So I think it'll turn out really good. So I've got all 3 pieces cut, just like that. And now I need to do a binding piece. I'm going to grab another piece of black cardstock. This is black cardstock from the Paper Studio Hobby Lobby, and it is really way too soft. I do not recommend it for this project, but since I started with it, I'm just going with it. So all you want to do is, I'm going to take this piece here, and I'm going to glue it directly down onto here, I think. No, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace out the top line here, and I'm going to cut the whole sheet to fit the height just really fast, because I'm going to need 2 pieces. So I'm just going to line up that mark there and go right inside it, cut all the way down. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave about 1 inch on each side, just like I did in the previous video. I'm just going to glue this sucker down on one side. Where's my ruler? You don't have to be this precise. It's really not that urgent or necessary, not urgent, to be super precise like this. So then I'm just going to butt it up against that ruler there and press it down. So then I'm going to go ahead and mark 1 inch over from there and trim it. Just like that. I'm going to get my paper trimmer back out, and just going to trim that part off right on that pencil line there. So now we have this piece, and so I'm going to need another one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay this down just like this. Whoa. And I'm going to mark it with my pencil and cut it out. That way I don't have to measure anything. And then we got 2 pieces that are exactly the same. Alright, so now what I want to do is I want to put a score tape on the edges here. And score tape on the edges here. And then I want to put score tape on one of the edges over here on the cover piece. And then one of the edges on the other cover piece. Just like that. And I'm going to remove the backing off of one cover piece and one side of the spine piece there. I'm going to put a slight little bit of glue stick just to give me a little wiggle room. And I'm going to leave 1/8 of an inch or greater gap there, just so that it folds nicely. Whoa, do you see the wiggle room that I have? That's so awesome. I like it. Just like that. And it should match up perfectly all the way around, and it does. So I'm just going to repeat that over here on this side. Alright, glue stick. So I really do think it gives you just enough time to place it down and wiggle if you need to. Again, with the 1/8 of an inch or more. Some people like to measure it with 2 pieces of chipboard put together, but that's just an extra step for me that I don't really want to do. So, now if I would have paid more attention, my black cardstock would be the exact color of the black paper that I used. It's a slightly different color, but a slightly different black, I mean. So then what I want to do is with the other spine piece, I'm going to secure it better with score tape and stuff. So first thing I'm going to do is add this big score tape. This is an inch wide. I'm going to put a strip there. And then I'm going to add score tape to each side of this. Yeah, I'm going to add a strip right here on each side of this way, on the, each side of this way, on the covers themselves along that edge there, just to make sure that it's good and snug down. Okay, so now I'm going to take the backing off of all of this. So I've got all the backing off of everything. I'm going to do a little bit of glue stick just to be sure I've got a little working, whoa, don't do that, little working room, wiggle room, whatever. And then I'm just going to take a minute, take my time, and I'm going to match it up best as I can on the top and bottom. Try to keep it straight. Oh, I got a little bit of an overhang there. I'm going to take a sanding block. This is a Tim Holtz Ideology sanding block, and I'm just going to do that. Oh, that did a really nice job. Yeah. Yep, good idea. So now what I want to do is I just want to go back and really press this down. Really get it good. Okay, so now I'm gonna, oh, I wonder, can you see that? You see the glue wiggles? That's how soft this paper is. Don't use this paper for something like this. Just don't do it. Okay, so I'm gonna gently do this with my bone folder and fold it up a little bit at a time. Since this is so soft paper, I need to be careful not to tear it and rip it. And I'm going to flip it around and do the same thing over here. Just like that. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And there we have it. There is the main base of the cover. Yeah, I like it. Okay, so in order to get it to look like this cover, where's my, here they are. I have picked out my 4x6 journaling cards for it, but obviously that's not going to look right. You can't just plop that on there like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to do it with this one and the white base one too. I'm going to have to add something else on here, and I think what that's going to be is the ode book pages. So how I'm going to do this is I am going to take the, I think I'm going to take the cover mat. Do I want to take the, no, I want to take the secondary mat for the covers if my book page is big enough. Let me pull it out over here. Oops, don't want pictures. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay this down on here like that. I'm going to try to center it a little bit. Trace it out, and let's see what it looks like. Before I cut a bunch, let's just see what it looks like, because I would have to do it for all 4 sides. Remember, I flip it over so I don't rip this delicate ode paper with the tape. I could get my paper trimmer out. That would be the easiest thing to do, but no, not me. Let's struggle to hold your hand still. This book that I'm using, what's it called? I'll have to look and see what it's called, but I'll show you. I'll just show you the book because it's like crazy falling apart. And I bought it like at a flea market type situation. Let me grab it. It's called World's Greatest Books. Look how thick it is. And yeah, this is how it came. The cover completely off and everything just tore up, and I don't know, I probably got it for 50 cents or something. So I've just been using pages out of this. I think it looks good with the paper line, so I thought I'd share that with you. Okay, so then it would look like this. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to score this main base template that I have on this one side there. Yep. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fold it over so that way it can get out of the way when I need to use it for something like this. Now this may not work. It may not look right. I wonder if I could get 2 on one. Nope. So this may not look right, but we're just experimenting here. Since the covers have to be bigger, obviously, than the main base page, you can't just use a straight up journaling card for the cover without, you know, making some adjustments. Wow. So let's see what this looks like. This might be perfect. And then it might look like duty. So okay, so then I'm going to have this ode book page here like that. And then this will be here. It's not even all the way around, but it may be just enough what I need to make it look right. What do you think? I think that's what I'm going to have to do. So then that makes me wonder if I should add an ode book page to here. I'll give that some thought. But I think that's what I'm going to have to do. What do you think? Yep. So let me get these prepared and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I've got all the book pages done and inked, and then the book pages. Yeah, the book pages. I thought, what am I talking about? And then I've got all those inked and I've got these cut out. Yeah, I think that's going to be our best bet. I think it looks pretty good. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Okay. So what I want to do is, first thing I want to do is add the ode book pages. I'm going to flatten this out. I still haven't decided how I'm going to do my spine yet. I'm still thinking on that one. If I want to put ode book page on there first, and then just like I'm doing this, I'm gonna think on it. I guess we'll do a visual test to see what it looks like. Would probably be the best thing to do. So I'm gonna put this on here. It's just the mat for the secondary mat for the actual cover itself. And then I'm gonna add this one. This one has a picture on the back of it, so I'm going to make sure that's on the back side. Make sure going the right way here. All right, then I'm gonna put this here. All right, so the front and back covers are gonna match this one. So I've got the 4x6 journaling cards that match that. And, oh no, I'm not gonna attach that yet. I'm gonna attach the black. Yeah. I ended up cutting all these out, tracing them out and cutting them all out at one time, just so I didn't have to keep tracing and cutting. And then I'm just going to kind of eyeball it. So it's got like 1/8 of an inch on the top and bottom, and then like 1/4 of an inch on each side. So it doesn't look too bad. I think in the end, it'll turn out to be looking pretty fantastic. So we'll see. We'll see what you guys think. All right, now we can add, this is the inside. Now we can add the cover pieces that match. Everything's already inked, looking good. So this one should have 1/4 of an inch all the way around. And that's the 4x6 card. Yep, I think that's the way to go. Well, it's too late now, isn't it, huh? I done glued all of it down. You know what I was just thinking? I don't think I showed you guys. Let's do it like this. Let's flip that. What the sandwiched covers look like. You really can't tell that there's this teeny tiny little gap right there, right? Because I used all black, so it looks pretty cool. I like it anyways. You know, it could be the simplest one yet, simplest cover. Okay, so the inside of this one is that dark, it's got script on it, and it's kind of got a purpley look to it or whatever. So I didn't have 4 of the same journaling cards that were kind of matchy because I have my other book, my third option that I still need to do too. So I just picked 2 that kind of had the dark purple in it, and that's what I'm going to use. Okay. You could put a pocket there, you could put an envelope there. You don't have to just mat it. You could have left it black. Whatever you want to do. I'm just trying to make them look identical so that, you know, you can compare and see which style you really like, or if you like all 3, which I happen to like all 3 so far. Yeah, so that looks good. So there, and then let's think about the spine now. Okay, I did make some extra, the size owed book page. I could technically do that. Let me get the spine piece out. Let me put this number 4 back up. Whoops, upside down. And then the spine piece is on page 43. And it's this one. So I think what I'm going to do is lay it down and maybe scooch it over 1/4 of an inch, match it up to the bottom there. Let's just see how this turns out. It may look ridiculous, but we won't know until we try. So then that will go right there. Oh, I made it too small. Let's try it again. If that's too small, then let's just eyeball it. Let's just go crazy. And let's add 1/4 of an inch and see what that looks like. There we go. That looks nice. So I'm going to ink that real quick. And I'm going to add that. I'm not going to put one of these on the inside because that's where the binding is going to be. But I might put little strips of the dark paper. We'll see. We'll see how it all turns out. Yeah, like it so far. Not a very straight cut, but oh well. And see, then I need a black strip now, which I should have done this first. Wonder if this will work. Let's see if I can just. We're thinking on the fly here, y'all. Just thinking on the fly. And that could go there, like that. And then the pattern paper. Do I have any scraps anyway, y'all? This one's not big enough. What about? So I think what I'll do, since I needed 1/4 of an inch all the way around, I'm just going to mark it. Oh, well, you know it's going to be 6 inches tall. So I'm just going to mark it on this side here to where it looks like it's 1/4 of an inch. Just like that. First thing I'm going to do, trim it to 6 inches. Like that. And then, let's see if I can get this right. So then that'll go there. And then that'll, ooh, I did a pretty good job. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna ink this up and attach it down. Yes! I love it when things work out. There. That looks pretty cool. So here's the spine for the all pattern paper, and then here's the spine for the supposedly, it's supposed to be for the one layer, like the base page being black, and then using the traceable template, and that's it. But we had to add that extra couple layers there. But those look really good, I think. Okay, I am going to, I've got my binding already. I'm going to go ahead and attach my binding down. And if you want to see exactly how to do that, it's in the description box below. And attach my pages and go from there. I'll be right back. All right, here is option number 2, option number 1, option number 2. I've got all the pages. I put the spine, I say that every time. I put the binding piece in, and I've got all the pages in there. And if you want to see that, the description, the video is in the description box below. So I haven't put anything on the spine. Like I was thinking about putting like the dark strips, but we'll see as the album progresses. So there's the first page with its insert, and there's an insert, and there's the second page. All the videos for all these pages will also be in the description box below. There's the third page, and then there is the fourth page, like that, with my little teacup. And so that's it for making the covers. Now I'm not going to embellish them yet. I'm going to do all the embellishing probably in the same video. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and check back tomorrow will be option number 3, which will be the white background with you know, the 2 templates, the secondary and the traceable template, using all 3. Even though we had to add 1 here, but I still think it's going to work out okay. Looks good with the pages. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.